Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
If you want something, say it.
I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
And yet that's exactly what happens, Morrigan, so...
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
BRIALA's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
I don't think the talks are going well.
The Empress will get us through this.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Mistress Nightingale.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster. There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes. Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
Very boring. No offense.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value. Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, Let me know. You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps. This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep. I should go. Be on your guard. I always am.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
Inquisitor,
I have heard
did you
they
need
are
something?
the finest
The
in
sooner
the
we
Empire.
track down this
Such
infiltrator,
a
the better.
pity the ring is sealed.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
How could the Empress afford to renovate?
Why would the Empress invite an elf woman?
BRIALA!
Celine has some
Inquisitor Lavalin, how many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You haven't dazzled the court this evening, but at least you've avoided embarrassing yourself. Well done. What brings you to me?
I had a question about you, BRIALA.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. That's all that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
What's your story? How is an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Celine and I have history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out.
A falling
Now we're
out.
negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What do you mean, we had a falling out?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up charge to save her political reputation. It wasn't personal. It's the game. That's how all Orlesians justify these things to themselves. It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven friend.
Yeah, there was also the whole matter of her killing BRIALA's parents. And, attempting to kill BRIALA herself. But sure, it was just trumped up charges. That's the only thing that happened. It had nothing to do with her burning Halam Shiral's alienage down. Oh my god. And killing 1,000 elves that BRIALA was trying to save. Holy fuck.
If she doesn't win you back to her side, what do you intend to do?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a child putting all my hopes on a single ball. This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging. Not as progressive or persuadable as his cousin, but with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Celine and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire.
The
But
voice of
is
reason.
cautious.
Holy fuck.
Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
Yes.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor. Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We will be happy to assist you if we can. Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I actually don't have anything to say. I just wanted to check that off the to-do list, talking to you.
Do take care. Enjoy the masquerade. Are you up to the senatorial office? Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fae by entrusting? Where are Alban and Colette?
Who cares? Is that Marquis Etienne? He's fiendishly.
This could be worth checking out. Must be the elves BRIALA's people are looking for.
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere.
Trying to get this one is annoying. There we are.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This guy's way too fancy to belong down here. What's his story?
That knife bears a Shallon family crest. Gaspard's crest.
Time to have a word with the Duke. Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader.
Venatori being led by Clown is very appropriate, yes. I think we're going the wrong way. We gotta go back. Oh, you guys want to stand by the fire, eh? I'll give you fire. Yeah, up the stairs. This is the right way.
Now I stink like them.
The Empress can't give up her pretty things.
A token of affection from happier times. Celine must still care for BRIALA.
Well, I guess you could say that in a way in which Celine is capable of caring about BRIALA. But we all know what she cares about more. And that's just herself.
Get ready!
God, she's so awesome.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor?
Why the fuck isn't the mod
What will
working?
the nobility say?
Ambassador, we meet again.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Gaspard killed him, I think. The knife has a Chalon crest on the hilt.
I knew it. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
He can try, but I'll stop him.
I wish you luck. Better than luck? I wish you success. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
I would consider such an alliance.
We can help each other, Inquisitor. We are both outsiders here, after all. I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Does it seem strange that every single person at this party has tried to bribe us?
Call it politics or the game or whatever. That's personal hate. Huh.
Anything important back here? Nope. Wrong window.
Might be something here.
Gaspard is wasting his time. If he does, could win over the Council of Heralds now.
Just gossip.
I need more servers in the ballroom. Where is everybody?
I like how nobody pays attention to the blood on the floor.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Inquisitor Lavellen. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
I assure you the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
If I've learned anything, Your Grace, it is to put my trust in no one.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
Just pick the middle option every time, you're good.
Have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing, just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball. Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Morrigan helped me get into the servants' quarters, where I found a group of Venatori, and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become Emperor.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Yeah, Colin, that's what we're getting at.
She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat. Then perhaps we should let her die.
Yes.
I like where this is going.
I don't. If Corypheus succeeds... What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana? Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
How should I support BRIALA? I assume she can't be Empress.
She can't. She can, however, be the power behind the throne, with Gaspard. True. She could never control Celine, not with their history.
So Celine dies and Gaspard takes the throne. BRIALA would need a way to control him, some kind of leverage.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition articles now?
Lady Inquisitor.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game.
Complete coincidence, trust me.
Home first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Good evening, milady.
Mistress Nightingale.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
The things courtiers get up to.
Yeah, no way am I gonna worry about that side quest, but it helps with court approval, even though the court is maxed out right now.
How does things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Both the Empress and the Grand Duke are angry.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I'm starting to believe I was there.
Ugh,
I need to get
disgusting.
one of those.
Don't we all?
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Yes, and?
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
I like how if you're maxed out, the approval thing says negative, but it just stays the same. Nope, not a rogue. Can't open that.
Her Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could influence the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Is it my
Did you
imagination?
hear?
Or are there more Inquisition honor guards now than there were before?
He's on.
Yes.
Who is dropping all this scandalous notes or whatever? Anyway. Who is leading top secret documents out on a bench? Ah, fuck.
So, that wasn't Rusty's herald?
Forgot you can't do that.
Certainly didn't choose her for her wit. Where has that servant gone? Elves.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win.
Do Gaspard wants another bottle of bread? She'd better have two or three.
Gonna deliver more of that stuff to Liliana. And then I'm going
Where is
to
that lazy elf?
check out what I'm supposed to check out.
Mistress Nightingale.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Excellent.
My dear Maximilian. Where is that lazy elf? I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours ago.
Oh, it's just a coin.
Interesting.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. BRIALA said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
BRIALA told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else could send me here. It had to be BRIALA.
Yeah, to investigate Florian.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florian?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow BRIALA's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Okay, no she fucking wasn't at the time that Celine burned down Alam Shiral's alienage. Like, that literally was the breakup point, because BRIALA could not fucking stand the stench of Celine after that. And I mean, I'm pulling that straight from the book. She smelled the burning flesh on Celine every time she was near her. Because she couldn't stand her that much. It was disgusting for BRIALA to be near Celine after that point. And then Celine, of course, you know, manipulates her back into her control temporarily, because that's the kind of person Celine is. But of course then BRIALA finds out that Celine had her parents murdered and all of that stuff. And they broke up for certain. And BRIALA knew that that was the point that she could never go back to Celine. And yet, of course, this game allows you to put them back together, which is disgusting to me, because you should never encourage someone to go back to their abuser. Holy fuck. And this entire scene here is just victim blaming. Like, it's not BRIALA's fault that she was in an abusive relationship. And yes, it was abusive. Anybody who's read the book with their right mind would know that.
Something like that could destroy BRIALA, if it were known.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a favored servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Knew it. I did. And I bet the hate made it feel real good.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.